Okay, this is movie number 3 for Excel Chapter 2, Pause and Practice 2-1. So we are on step 8, and this is where we're going to start looking at order of operations. So if we look at the formula that's going to be derived for profit margin, how you determine a profit margin is you take the total revenue and you subtract your total expenses, and then you divide it by that revenue, right? So it's, if we write it out, it would be total revenue minus total expenses, get the answer to that, and then divide by total revenue again. Okay, that's the formula. Oh, doesn't like that I put an equal. All right, so that's, but we need to derive the revenue minus expenses first. So in order to tell Excel that, we would have to say, hey, we want to get the answer for total revenue minus total expenses. Get that number, then divide that number by total revenue. If we didn't put these parentheses, it would, by order of operations, it would take total expenses divided by total revenues, get that answer, and then subtract it from total revenue, and that would be completely wrong, right? So let's just keep that there while we're trying to figure this out. So we're going to put our cursor where the answer is. That is in B21, where the profit margin is. We're going to begin our formula with the equal sign, and now I know, looking at my little cheat sheet, is that I have to put a parentheses because I want this to rise to the top of the order of operations. Click on total revenue, got my blue, minus my total expenses for that month, and my parentheses. By doing that, I'm telling Excel, do this operation first. Take that answer and divide by my total revenue again. Okay? So get the answer of total revenue minus total expenses, get that number, and then divide it by the total revenue. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. We're going to get a big old 0, okay? And that's okay. Look at how it's formatted. It's formatted as a dollar, right? But this is a profit margin. This is a percentage, right? So we have to change that so that it is the correct format. So instead of it being a accounting, we need to go to home number, and we want to make it a percentage, right? So we're going to pick the percent style, and we want it to be a whole number, so that's what it is. It's good. It's perfect. So I can take that and I can copy it across, and the profit margin for each month is now displayed, and it worked perfectly. So it's really how much profit. Here's what the money's coming in, here's what we spent. This is determining what profit is out of this money coming in. So 24% of my revenue is a profit. So it looks like August is pretty good, right? April's not so good. August is a good month. Almost 30% of the is profit. That's good. All right, so the next and last thing for this is to name a cell. Up to now, all we have done is, well, I'm going to get rid of this. All we have done is used the cell address, but you can name a cell or a range of cells and give it a name that's more meaningful, so that when you use it in the future, instead of having to remember, okay, total revenue is B11 through G11 on Cass Lake, you can name those ranges and then just use the name in your formulas and in printing and all kinds of things. So the first is we're going to do H11, which is our total revenue, right? Our total. So am I missing this? Let's just put these in. I must have missed somewhere along the way, putting in the sum here. So let's put that in and then let's copy that down. And boy, I really missed something here, huh? This is supposed to be, boy, did I miss a whole thing about formatting? So I'll just fix it right now. So I put in, let me back up because I did that without really telling you. I noticed that my totals are here and I noticed my formatting's off. So for total, I'm going to come up and do auto sum. If I validate it's B15 through G15, that's good. I'm going to check mark it. And I want to fill this in, so I can just double click on this autofill, click, click, and it puts it in. So you don't even have to click and drag it. All right, so this first row, we want it to be dollars, but we don't want it to have any pennies. So we're going to use the decreased decimal to remove that. Then these from B16 through H18, we want those to be comma with no decimals, right? So we did the comma, decreased decimal twice. Now that looks correct. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Somewhere along the way I must have missed that. Oh, I haven't got to it yet. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to name a cell H11. H11. So this is total revenue for all the second and third quarter. So I want to name that. This is the name box where it says H11. I'm going to click in that name box and I'm going to type total revenue and then hit enter. You have to hit enter here for it to be accepted. So then the next thing that I want is B11 through G11. Alright, so the other way that we can name is on the Formulas tab, define name. So we want this to be monthly underscore REV. The reason I have to put underscores, it doesn't like spaces, and in reality how I would do it in my real world is I would just put all those together in camel case, but we'll do the underline because that's what the book says. So now we have two ranges named, monthly rev, total revenue, right? So if I wanted to go to either of those, I just use the name box, I pick it, and look, it's selecting it. I pick total revenue, it select that cell. So now I can use those anytime. All right, so here's step 10 and 11, that's what I missed, okay? But I already did it, but if I went too fast, it's B16 through G18 are gonna be comma, which we did, and then decrease the decimal. And then we made sure that this top row and the total rows are accounting with no decimal. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and save. I'm going to stop this movie. I'm going to start the next movie for Pause and Practice 2. And we're going to start getting into some functions there. It's all right. Thank you guys.